ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Barcelona Beta Save episode. And before we get started into this exciting episode today, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and extra experiments and other Wonder Kid videos that are coming up when the full game is released. But let's jump into today's episode. So we are taking on Atletico Madrid. In fact, in the Spanish Super Cup final at the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium. So it's a big game. We could win a trophy, which is very nice. I'll show you how we got to this point. So, taking a look at the schedule, obviously we lost the last game that you saw of ours when we took on Olympiacos. Was an outcome that wasn't great, but things have turned around and we have performed a lot better. We're only like 1 point above where we were, but we've performed a hell of a lot better. So, as you saw, 1-0 loss. We then took on Espanyol and Granada, two teams that are much lower in the division. We beat Espanyol 2-0. And Granada 3-0, so two very comfortable victories. We then smashed Porto 5-1 in the Champions League group stage. Then a 1-0 win against Vallecano led into an Elche win, which was 6-1. Absolutely battered them. It helped that they had two players sent off, but hey, we had to still score the goals. Then a fantastic win against Atletico Madrid with us, Memphis Depay getting a hat-trick, winning 3-1. We dominated that game. They scored a minute after our first goal, but after that, we just controlled things. A 4-0 win against Lille confirmed our spot in the next round of the Champions League. And then, unfortunately, we did end up losing to Mallorca and Real Sociedad 2-0 and 2-1 respectively. The last one I was gutted about because Alexander Isak scored in the 92nd minute for them to win that one. We did turn things around slightly, though, with a 1-0 win against Real Madrid in the semi-final of the Super Cup. And we've obviously got today's game against Atletico Madrid. And we are in January. We've got Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League knockout round, so it'll be interesting to see how we get on there. But so far, if we try and get this win in the Cup, it's a trophy under the belt, and it starts the path to becoming back to the Barca of old. And we've obviously got the first round of the Spanish Cup that we've entered in, which is against Sabadell, who's in the league below. But the reason why things have looked a little better now is because of the slight change of tactic. And we've done what we said we were going to do, is go vertical tiki-taka, be a bit more forceful going forward, as I say. We're a lot more determined to get that ball forward rather than the slow build-up play. It's still a slower tempo, but we're still willing to get that ball forward, and we're pressing a lot more, which is giving us those opportunities. We have had a few injuries. We've got Sergio Dest out travelling with the United States squad, which isn't great, and there's a bunch of players that are looking to leave. Lenglet's one of them, Garcia's another, and also along with that, City wants to go out on loan. I've said yes to all of them because I don't think they'll all go in the window. So it's nothing too much to worry about, and we can get rid of them in the summer if we need to. Braithwaite's been up for sale. People have come in for him. He doesn't want to go anywhere. And Sergio Aguero, I'm debating whether to actually sell him because as good as he is, he's performed poorly in the couple of games he's played, and he hasn't done, if he's injured all the time like he has been, it's no good. But this is the lineup we'll go for in the match today. We've got ter Stegen in goal, Sergi Roberto, I should say, Araujo, Umtiti and Balde at the back, Busquets, Nico and Pedri in midfield, with on one side Ilias, the other Depay and Ansu Fati playing that striker role. De Jong's a little jaded, so he's on the bench, but he might come on at half time, something like that. And otherwise, we've got Coutinho there, along with Demir and Riqui Puig, some of the boys that can come on if needed. But let's jump into the game today, and fingers crossed, get a win. If we can get a win here, this really helps things out. We've obviously beaten them before. We have got a slightly weaker side because of the kind of injuries and the closeness to the game that we just played against Real Madrid, which was obviously going to be a tough one. Atletico Madrid had to beat Bilbao, so probably a bit easier for them. I hate to say it, but I say we've got a good chance of getting a win here. We've obviously won our last game, so we have corrected the two losses we had, and hopefully that will mean the boys will be back on things. I mean, it looks like they've had a very poor run of form. And Fernando Torres is in charge of Atletico Madrid now. That's new. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I know he was in their academy setup, but yeah, I guess he's now been brought up after a poor start to the season, maybe, and to manage the first team. But hopefully he isn't very good, and it leads us to get the win. But Jimenez is driving forward with the ball in loads of space. Is anyone going to fancy closing him down? Pedri probably should have gone to him, but City does well to cut that off from Luis Suarez, and we keep the ball. A ball through by Nico to Memphis Depay, who's one-on-one with the keeper and fires it in. A lovely goal, 12th goal of the season, and in the 12th minute of the game. And we're 1-0 up. A fantastic start. Just what we needed. It gives us the confidence to be able to go on as well, and something to hold on to, something to fight for, which is always nice to see. Titi started that by getting that lovely challenge in on Luis Suarez. The little layoff to Nico was able to poke it through to Memphis Depay, who finishes comfortably. And here we go again. Trippier on the right-hand side with the throw into Correa. João Felix in there as well. Trippier receives the ball. He's got lots of space. Ball comes in. Suarez with the header. Is that a save, or it's hit the outside of the post? So it ends up not being a corner and, in fact, a goal kick. We got a bit lucky there, I'd say. But it looked like he had it covered. But Koke with the ball in, it's headed towards goal, and that's off the bar. They've hit the woodwork twice in quick succession. The ball comes back in. Nico's able to head it clear up to Memphis. Memphis goes long over the top, but we aren't able to latch onto that. Obviously, they're not able to play Griezmann, who is on loan from us. So that's obviously very good because he's a quality player, which is, very good for us. But it looks like we have got that slight advantage. Half time, though, 1-0. Very, very happy with that. Should we look to... I think we will. We'll take Pedri off and put Frankie back on the pitch, and we'll swap him over. No, we'll leave him as the roaming playmaker. I think that's good. We haven't got anyone who's naturally very good as a roaming playmaker. But I mean, I think anyone can really play there with that kind of a playmaker role. If they're decent as an advanced playmaker, they can probably do the job as a roaming. Depay's looking a bit jaded, so we might look to take him off in just a moment, even though he scored the goal. I mean, the stats are showing that they have had a lot more chances than we have, but this is exactly what it was like in the other game. They dominated, but we were able to still get a 3-1 win on them. Which I was very happy with. 15 minutes to go. Memphis Depay, we will take you off and bring on Coutinho. How many subs have we got? We've got 4 subs by the looks of things. We could bring Prig on, plop him in advanced playmaker, and Nico can drop back into that deep lying role. Just to see out the game now, get a bit of fresh legs on. Ilias not performing fantastically, but he's hot and cold at the moment. He's still young, so that's fine. I'm happy kind of with this season. If we can get Champions League football, I'd be happy with that anyway. And it means that the players will be able to have another season under their belt. But ball forward by Coutinho, that is a foul. Ansu Fati getting that down lovely. And he's going to be sent off, I think. It's going to be a second yellow. And that surely should see us out of the game. That should be it. We should comfortably see this through. I mean, this free kick, it's a bit far out. But didn't come to anything. There you go. But I think as we come to the end of the game, that is it. We have won the cup. This is the first trophy I've won in Football Manager 22, even if it is just the beta. But so let's watch the little trophy lift. We all love to see it. The Super Cup with Barcelona. Is there any difference to previous trophy lifts? That's the question. He's coming and... Way, it's a victory, yeah. Now, does it just stop at halfway? It doesn't. It looks like it actually covers most of the pitch now, or at least that area. That's nice to see, because it used to just stop halfway or something, and it was really weird, like how it did that. But it looks like it's going on. I still want to know where this confetti comes from, because obviously you see the pyro behind for all the flames, but where does the confetti... Is it held up here, just in case we won? I don't know. I mean, we're in Saudi Arabia, so there must be a bit of money going around for it anyway. But there you go, 1-0, a victory for us in the Super Cup, which is excellent. I mean, you can't complain about that at all. A win in a cup is a win in a cup in the end of the day. This has happened as well. I didn't think to mention it. Yusuf Demir, I've decided I'm just going to try and buy him. We've got the £8.5 million clause in his loan deal. I think we bring him in. He's 18 years old. He's got a bit of quality about him. We might as well bring him in permanently using that money. And if we do it in January, why not? So we'll whack him on there. We'll see what they suggest. See if we can bring that down to 7.5 maybe. No, he wants a lot more. Okay, let's just do that. Sure, that's fine. I mean, I know we're trying to look at funds, but I mean, if we can get rid of Martin Braithwaite, that's a lot of funds gone. £99,000 he's on, and he's really not worth it. I'm more than happy for him to go for 5 million and us pay for 14k. It really reduces the amount we're spending on him. I still can't believe how he's actually in the team and playing for Barcelona. We will do, as we're playing Valencia up next, and they are first in the league, we will take them on as well. Here's the other transfer, Lenglet off to Man United for £30 million. I think that's a pretty good deal for us. He hasn't really been playing for us. Signed him for 31, so really haven't made much of a loss, I'd say. I mean, it could rise to 35 million, and I think it will. So I'm happy with that. Let's get him gone. He wanted to go. I'm happy for him to go. He hasn't played enough this season. And there you go. Clement Lenglet is now a Manchester United player, having played 89 games for Barcelona. That does mean we might look to bring up one of the Barcelona B players, one of the academy players that are coming in, or we could maybe even take a look at the transfer market and see what's going on there. Guardiola's demanding more from Pedri. Yeah, he's not been great, to be quite honest. I'm a bit disappointed. I thought he'd be a little better than he has been. But yeah, that's kind of how it is. I guess you've got to just go with the flow of things. Looks like Everton's also interested in Braithwaite. I'm sure we'll get to the game at some point. I've not cut yet because I was thinking it was going to get a bit quicker and we were seeing a few things. But looks like we will be there now and we'll be able to take a look. If obviously anything happens in the transfer window, I'll show you that in the next episode. What else has happened and what's gone on. Not much otherwise. 1.2 million. No, we're not that silly when we've already got an offer in for him. 1.2 million after 5 games fee. That's like ridiculous. I don't even know how much we signed him for originally. How much was it? 16 million. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, Legans is happy as Larry with that. 2 goals and 29 appearances for Barcelona. I just can't believe it. Like, what a weird signing. Was it because they were desperate? Is that what it was? Because if it was, I'd have just brought up one of the academy players. I wouldn't bother of signing someone like that. I hate to hate on Martin Braithwaite, poor guy. But yeah. So let's quick pick just initially to see what we're suggested. But I don't like playing players who are on the verge of death with the likes of the injuries and that sort of thing. We'll pop... Let's chuck Coutinho on. Depay can go up front and Coutinho on that left-hand side as the advance forward. Otherwise, there's a few little knocks in here. Ousmane Dembele is on the bench. He's wanted to play more games, but I've basically said Ansu Fati's on fire, even though he's not really. And he was kind of happy with that. So that's fine. For now, he's quiet. But again, £275,000 for him. He's a good player, but that's a load of money for a player when you've got Memphis Depay who's banging him in and he's on almost half that money. So it's one of those. But this is the team I think we'll go with. Maybe even take Sergio Roberto out for Nico because Nico's been fantastic so far this season and we'll pop him just slightly deeper. We'll leave it at that, I think. Gives us a few green lines in there. Fati on the right, Coutinho on the left, Depay up top. Wise Mingueza there. Let's bring Sergio Roberto on at right back. And Garcia can come off for Umtiti because he played so well in that last game. I can't leave him out thinking about it. He set up the goal effectively, in my opinion anyway. So let's jump into the game and take a look at how we can get on against top of the league, Valencia. It'll be a tough one, but after winning that last game, for a trophy, the spirits will be high, but I'm sure it won't be easy with the competition we do have in front of us. But let's take a look. Okay, so nothing's happened. There's been no highlights that whole first half. I guess that's not a good thing. Let's bring on Dembele on that left-hand side, see if he can do anything. And I guess we'll just leave it at that for now. See how the game goes. We haven't performed fantastically well, but if we can get a draw against top of the league, I think I'm happy with that. I'm content with that, at least for now. Or if we can make the most of this, a throw-in, it's a long one. City, off the post, and Memphis Depay's there to smash it in. Is that going to count? Are they going to say it's offside? He might be deemed offside. It's going to go to VAR, I think. A lovely throw and a flick on by Titi. Depay was there, free as anything at the back post. It'd be great if this does count. It does. That's something that I love about this game. You get a lot more VAR things go your way rather than every time it being against you. So there's a bit more tension. But fantastic. It didn't quite go in, I don't think. But Depay made sure, which is fantastic. Giving us that 1-0 lead, which we really wanted. But it is Valencia's turn to come forward. A throw in to Manu Vallejo, who does play it back to Gaia, who plays it into Helder Costa, whose ball in, finds Gomez at the back post, beats Titi in the air, and it's 1-1. It is 1-1. It's a little bit disappointing, to be honest, having gone 1-0 up. We didn't hold on for very long at all. 5 minutes at max, I think. But there you go. It is 1-1, and I think we might look to make a couple of changes. But before that, there is a throw-in for Valencia. Vas taking it in the right-hand side. They're playing it around a little bit with Hugo receiving it in there and then back to Paulista. They're playing us at our own game, the tiki-taka style. But can City cause trouble there? No, because it is played out wide to Jason, who has got loads of space. Balde, you need to go back out there now. Oh, and there it is. Maxi Gomez unable to get the ball on target. But that is a massive, massive warning for us that we can't give him that space and time. Ansu Fati, we're going to have to take you off because you've been poor. I will actually put Yusuf Demir on, as he will be signing for us permanently. Frankie de Jong has been dreadful as well. So Gavi's going to come on there for him. And he's going to swap with Pedri. Otherwise, I think we're going to have to just leave it at that for now. I don't think we've got enough going forward. Ousmane Dembele, though, receives it. As we were making those substitutions, it looks like we might have a chance in place. Ansu Fati, plenty of time on the ball, plays it into Pedri. He's got a bit of time. He gets down there. It's a fantastic challenge by the looks of things. And it goes out for our throw-in. And that was a challenge that was needed. We're playing a short goal kick here in the last 10 minutes. Hopefully, we don't do anything stupid. Balde receives it on the left-hand side. Is he going to look long? He does. Over the top to Ousmane Dembele. Can he get his pace on the go? He doesn't quite. And Palisa cuts it out nicely. Laid back to the goalkeeper for Valencia, who does look to go long. But Demir wins that header, and Depay now is on the ball. He turns on the spot, laying it back to Demir, who's cutting inside. Lovely. And that is a beautiful ball. Can Dembele finish it? He does, and it makes it 2-1. And with only 8 minutes to go, that could be the goal that wins it for us against top of the league and really shows that we're starting to catch that form again and get some more wind on the belt. A lovely bit of ball play by Demir. Depay just lays it off and plays it through to Dembele, who does well to finish on his left foot into the near post. And it's 2-1. So I made a couple more changes just to make sure to run down the clock. And there we have it, 2-1 Barcelona. Yusuf Demir coming onto the pitch and getting an assist for Dembele, who also came on as a sub at halftime, which was, I mean, that's great. If the subs are coming off the bench and changing things, that is fantastic. Valencia now drop down to second. We move up to sixth, but we're still only in that sixth range. We're not far off Champions League. I think we'll get there. I think there's nothing really to worry about there. But there we go. We'll leave it at that. That is where we're at with the division. Doesn't look like any players in the top performances other than Depay, player of the matches, and clean sheets for Marc-Andre ter Stegen. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. to the channel for more videos like this and other stuff that's going on. But otherwise, I will see you in the next one.